Hello, this is Judy, and thank you for coming to visit me here on my YouTube channel. This is going to be a little bit different video. I've been working on Christmas cards for several days, and I haven't had time to make videos, and I thought, well, maybe somebody would just like to hang out while I'm doing my Christmas cards. So I'm like in the finishing stages and putting in some of the sentiments and everything. So I thought I would just get on and record and talk about what I'm doing while I'm doing it, and explain what I have done. And if it helps any of you to maybe get some ideas for Christmas cards, that's even better, right? So I've used a lot of old product and new product too that, I have in my stash. So it's, I like to pull out all of my stuff to use. I love putting it all together. And I can use this from that stamp set and this from that embellishment. And, it's fun. So anyways, this is a new set, this little train. And I used an old die cut for a border. And then I put some glitter on it. And this is actually a what do you call it, a slider? Yeah. So you put it on a little circle with a foam dot in between, and it slides in between. And then this is an old die cut too, or thin cut, and close to my heart terms. And put some of, I believe it was diamond stickles on the trees. And I use ink distressing for the background and the top with my Distress Oxide. And this is an old thin cut as well, this Merry Christmas. It's very fine and detailed. I like to use 110-pound cardstock to cut that out. It makes it really thick. Otherwise, you could cut out two and glue them together and then have the same effect. But it makes it very textural. And it stands out nice against that sky. So this is going to be one for my grandson. So I have to find a sentiment to work with that. Oh, and the inside, I also put, it was actually, this card was a 4-inch wide card. So I put a little strip here. Actually, okay. So I glued it onto a whole piece of card cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I used a thin cut stitched strip to add that texture. And it's actually a double stitch line, but I made it so you could just see one, and then added some ink distressing there. So that's a fun card. And it does slide pretty easily. I think he'll have fun doing it. I think a penny adds a lot more weight. I didn't have one available when I did it, so I just used a glue dot. But it'll be fun nevertheless. And hopefully he won't tear it apart to get the penny, because there isn't one there, right? Okay, this one was one from last year, and it, I think it was Wonderful. It had some really unique colors with this purple and the glacier, and then the snowflakes and the wooden embellishments. And I think I used a shimmer brush or some kind of glittery thing to paint the background there. And so that's one I need to add a sentiment to, and that one is the same thing. Now these are cards from one of the subscriptions, and you can see they're pretty standard, nothing super great. I added the little bow with some of our ribbon. They're pretty plain, so I'm going to spruce them up a little bit. Well, let's see, I will use, how about, and I've layered all my tools up behind me, so excuse my reach. I need to move something out of the way. There we go. So let's see if I can find a white gel pen. Not there. So look in my stash. So have you all been working on Christmas cards? Have them all done? Haven't started them yet? Okay, so I've got a 10 and an 05. These are part of our white gel pen collection. I like the 10. It leaves an even bigger line. So, oh, it's all ready to go too. So I'm just going to put a dashed line on this green. That'll add a little bit of interest there. I love to do this. And now I'll go back and forth to get it rolling. You want to use a real light touch with these. It makes it very pretty. Maybe I'll do some ink distressing on the outside too. And then the last thing will probably be some stickles on the wreath. The hearts just need to be touched up, right? And you see that white line right there? That bothers me. That wasn't glued on correctly. Error fault. That would be me. Yes, that was my fault. So, I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. This is Black Friday. And I have stayed home. Actually got to babysit today for my grandson. That was fun. He is such a doll. And kept me home from shopping, which is a good thing because I don't need anything. I did go online and did some shopping for the grandkids and got that done. Got just a couple people left and I'll be done with my shopping, which is a really good thing. And if the heater comes on, I'm sorry. It's, you know, cold. Not too bad, but it is cold. So hopefully you won't be able to hear it too much over me rattling along here. Oh, this look cute with this red heart, or the red heart with the white, like that. It just adds a nice touch. All right, so let's do that. I tried to see if there were any good specials online. I was really shocked at the number of specials. There's a lot of specials. However, they're not good specials that I've seen in the past, which is kind of sad. I mean, Joann's usually has coupons so much off if you come in at 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. and then so much until noon, so much till 6. And they had 20% off on Wednesday and 25% off this morning, and that's it. I was bummed. And I did go there on Wednesday and I had sticker shock. I wanted to get some faux fur for a project I'm going to do at the crop in January. I'm going to have. We're going to make some little gnomies, and they wanted $50 for a yard of faux fur. I just about croaked. Oh, those came out good. See, that was cute. Now I have to put this away. I think I'll put some maybe on these the little berries too. This is a brand new bottle of liquid pearls, and I have found that the newer bottles are so much better. You can see how easy they come out. I didn't like using my liquid pearls because sometimes they would stick. You know, it just seemed like if they were underneath another piece of paper or what have you, they would stick to that paper above it. And I didn't like that at all. So I'm going to tap it to get to flatten on those hearts. And this new bottle doesn't do that. So, all right. So that looks a little bit spiffed up. So we'll set that aside and do this one. Another thing I saw was they had some trim that was $10 for like 2 yards of some trim. Nothing special. It wasn't made of gold or anything, and it was like, oh my gosh. And even if it's 50% off, it wasn't a good deal. And then they had 50% off all your paper crafting, but that was a doorbuster, so you couldn't use your coupon on it. I did pick up some white cardstock to use as bases for layouts. That was nice and thick. The basil marshmallow, that I really like. And I'm guessing that you're not going to be able to get it at those $5 or $2 anymore, you know, when it was really, really good. All right, so that's cute. Spoofed up. What do you want to call it? Spoofed it up? No. Sparked it up. Made it a little sparklier. I think some white dots around this would look good. It doesn't show very much, but it adds to the white lines in this, so that adds a little something something to it. I'll quickly do these. I think I'll add some stickles to the tree lights too. Let me get some other stickles out because the white gel pen isn't showing up on that light pink. Got some blue here. And this is the waterfall color. And this is new as well. Stickles, even the old bottles, I find I can still use. Sometimes they'll bubble though, which you have to be careful with. These ones will bubble too, but not as much. So I have a red bottle of stickles that's like really almost gone. Let's see if I can get any out here. A little bit. And you have to be careful when you get down to the end of your bottle because it'll do the little then you got a problem if it goes all over your project. All right, so that was just enough. So let's put the blue on there. I think maybe some darker pink for the outside would look good. And some white for here maybe. Let's see. Nope, that's blue too. Okay, hang on a second. So I got my little stickles container here. Make sure I don't put them on there. This is one of the Tim Holtz ones you can get as a reboard your way deal. So if anybody wants these, I'll be happy to get them for them. They're pretty inexpensive. I like the platinum and the glisten. I don't see a white in here. I know I have some somewhere, but not here. So do the little hitting thing, get it at the tip, and then try to store it up like this. Let me see if I have anything I can store it in. Let's use the glisten. Let's see how it looks on here. Once it dries, it's a whole different look, so. If you don't use stickles, they're really inexpensive. They last a long time. And especially on Christmas cards, they just add that special touch. And if you do use them, what's your favorite color? Close to My Heart has a limited color range. And I like to have all the colors. Alright, so let's spark that up. We're going to call it sparked. Should we add some to this? Let's just add some more sparkle. Why not? All right, that looks good. And after these dry, I can add some inking like I said I was going to. Because this is, don't want to do it when this is wet. Could have a disaster. So Does anybody have any big plans for the holidays? I think we'll be here. Just had a death in the family. My daughter did, not me. And I don't know if she might even be here for the holidays because of that. We'll see. It would be nice, but not a good reason to have her come. All right, so that's pretty nice. So now we got these. These are also from the subscription, and then they give you envelopes that go with the card subscription too. And these are in light gray, which are nice. They're, you know, colors we can't get outside of the card subscription. So this is a little bit different. It's a fun fold one. It's just winter wishes. So let's see, I pulled out some old stamp sets. Let the magic of Christmas warm your heart. Let's use that one on the inside of these. I better start getting these stamped, because that's what I was going to do. And on here I have from our home to yours. Oh, I used that on a stamp set, or on a card. I'll show you. Hang on a second. This one. This is with the Christmas story papers. And then I did a whole bunch of cutting out. These are from Picture My Life card that we have. And these were from stamp sets. I think the Christmas, they're in the main catalog. This pine branch. This is part of that, and that leaf too. So I layered them underneath, and then it's a fun fold like this. So there's the from our house to yours, and the gold glitter, and another cutout poinsettia, one of our label type tags. That's the other side of one of the papers in A Christmas Story. This is from a PML card, and then right here is where you write your sentiment. You know, hope you have a great holiday, blah blah blah. Isn't that pretty? And I saw this online, this fun fold. Now, when I made this, I didn't measure it correct, so it's 4 inches wide. It will not fit into a slimline envelope. So this one's going to be a card I get to keep for, you know, ideas to remind me of this fun fold that I can do. But I did make one that was 8.5 by 3.5, and this has a bird that was cut out of a PML card. And then this is the, oh, there, the heater turned off, good. What was the name of it? Seabrook glitter paper. I knew I'd think of it. Mist is the darker one. And then I put some little sparkles in those little poinsettias. And again, and this is the paper from A Christmas Story as well. That's a PML card portion I cut. There, it's a really nice card. That'll be for a special someone. And this brown piece is from a PML card too. I like to use those for my cards. So that was a fun card design. Let me put that away. All right, so let's get this stamped. And this is an old stamp set. It's from Art Philosophy. It is a stamp of the month from way back in 2016. I keep them. I like them because you never know when, you know, something's gonna strike your fancy. Okay, and I've got a magnet on here to help me when I'm inking in my Misty. I don't need it right now, so I'll get this stamped up. And scrap paper would be good to make sure that it stamps good, just in case. So that's good. So they're going to open it like this. So I'll put the sentiment here. There. And where's the other one? Was there only one of these? There might be only one. I might have used the other one. I used these at one of my open houses, I think I put out cards for everybody to make, and somebody may have used it. Now this, see, this was, I believe, a cutout. Yeah, it might have been a stamp, I'm not sure, but it didn't, you can't really see it, right? So I don't want to use this thick line. Let's use the fine line. This is the 0.05 millimeter. It's starting to run. So let's just see if I can lighten that up. Oh, much better. So, you know, not only using black markers to fix typing errors, you know, lines that don't type well or stamp well in black, you can also use your white gel pen to enhance white lines. All right, that shows up much better, much better. All right, so now let's add some stickles to this snowflake. And I think I'll just do the dots. I could do, you know, all the lines, but that's all right. So if you like these kinds of videos where I'm just hanging out and talking about what's going on, let me know. I'll be happy to, you know, turn the video on while I'm working and do things like this, because I work a lot behind the scenes when I'm not making videos. That's pretty. That adds a really nice touch. Let's see. I think I might want to do some more. I like to add a lot of bling. And when you're using your stickles, you don't want to ever draw, it's hard to say, draw into where you're going to put your stickles, because you don't want to drag it through the line. You want to, like if I were going to, well, I could start here and go this way. But if I were going to go this way, see how I'm kind of dragging it through the where the stickles are? It doesn't give you as nice of a look sometimes. That seemed to work okay, right? Yeah, you just have to be careful. All right, that looks good. I think I have to find a big gem to go in the middle there. You know what? Let's do the scallop too. I like to follow the scallops with these. The more bling, the better on these cards, right? Very pretty. Maybe we'll put some down here too, just to dot where the letters are, like little brads or something. Okay, so I gotta find something for the middle. We'll do that when this is dry, and don't put my finger in that. Okay, so let's do these. I can add a little more bling to these, I think. This one's good. I got to find a special sentiment for that one. So winter greetings. What was that one we just had? Here it is. Let the magic of Christmas warm your heart. That's all right. But I kind of want to use this for maybe somebody who doesn't celebrate Christmas, because winter greetings could be for anything. So maybe something that doesn't say Christmas. May the magic of the season. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Well, that would fit. You know why? Because it doesn't say Christmas. And winter is a season. So that would be fitting, I think. What do you think? Do you think that would be okay? It's the most wonderful time of the year. I'm not a winter fan, so I don't think this is the most wonderful time of the year. Summer is the best for me. I love summer. But, you know, I can't have summer all the time. We need winter for all the... let's see, I want to get, let's do purple. I'll be right back. I was thinking I would try and get a darker purple, but I don't think that matches, so I'm going to do the wisteria. And if it doesn't show up well enough on the inside, I will stamp over it with black. And it'll just have a wisteria background. All right, so this will open. So I'm gonna make sure we go here. And when I use these fine line stamps, these sentiment stamps, I don't flip my Versamat over to the cushion side because these need a harder surface to stamp well so that they don't squish, you know, because if you press into the softer surface, sometimes it can blur the image, I guess you call it. So this is good. All right, so yeah, it's not the most wonderful time of the year for me. I do like to see the snow. I hate to drive in it. I hate to go outside and be cold. My fingers hurt from the arthritis and they swell up, and it's not a good thing. So, all right, so let's see, what can we add to these? Let's use the glisten, these ones. And let's do these snowflakes. Now it looks like I added something to them. I'm not sure what it was. It's a very shimmery look, but I don't think it's shimmer brush. It's too opaque for the shimmer brush. Oh, and the heater's on again. Yeah, part of winter. So, and it's not even winter yet. The snowstorm Buffalo had, oh my goodness, I'm so glad we didn't get a lot of that. When I went to Erie, we had quite a bit of snow there. The snow piles were huge. All right, so let's put some on the tree. There we go. Well, it looks good. That added some pizzazz. That's the word I was looking for, pizzazz. Do this one. And if you're a customer of mine, you'll be getting a Christmas card from me. I try to send them to all my customers that have ordered from me in the past year. Just as a special thank you for ordering from me, helping me keep up my little business. But, it's fun. I love, love, love to make things and to inspire others, and I appreciate them supporting me. So thank you. All right, so that's good. All right, so now I got a pile of them drying, so I'm going to stop the video and I will pull out some other things to do, and then we'll maybe get back on with the next segment. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.